Hey guys, and welcome to my new channel, PK Let's Plays. And I really hope this is actually working, because I've been having a lot of trouble with this, and now the game seems to be fighting me. Okay, so at least for this Let's Play, I'm gonna go by Pippin, hopefully throughout the entire channel, but I don't know yet. And right now, we're gonna play Okami. Start a new game, and this part's probably going to be a little boring because the intro to this game is really long, and I've had to sit through it like 4 times throughout the past couple days because I tested the game to see if my equipment worked, and then I started to record, but I lost all of the data. So this is the 3rd time I've had to sit through this cutscene. And I have to, you can't just let the cutscene run because all these text boxes you have to click through. So I'm gonna be sitting through it again. Besides this like terrible long intro, it's a good intro, but it's way too long. And that's why I don't like it. But other than that, the game is actually really good. I'm not sure how many people have actually played Okami. I doubt a lot of people have. But basically, you're a god wolf that helped slay this dragon, and you have to come back because this dragon is trying to kill people. So I'll kind of go over a quick synopsis of the story. But basically, that dragon would kill everybody if no one gave it a sacrifice. And one day, the sacrifice is the girlfriend of some guy. It'll say his name, but I don't remember. And so he goes to try to fight the dragon, but he has no hope. So this wolf, Shiranui, which it's already said, goes and tries to help, or he does help, defeat Orochi, the giant dragon. His name's Naji. Naji, that's his name. There we go. I'm not really gonna talk much because there's not really much to say about this intro. I'll be talking more once we get to the actual game, because the actual game's a lot more interesting than this. The intro's so boring. I really wish I didn't have to sit through it again. I would be okay with this cutscene if you weren't forced to put input into it, because then I could leave the room and the cutscene would just run on its own. Or if the intro wasn't 20 minutes long. Like the last recording I had, I think lasted about 18 minutes. So it's definitely a really long intro. Surprised my computer's even like lasted this long trying to record it, because it's lagging out a ton. It's definitely not enjoying how much I have running on it trying to record this. I'm really sorry this part's really boring, but I don't really have anything to say. It's just the intro of the game. And a lot of this intro doesn't really have anything to do too much with the game. Like, yeah, you're the wolf, and the evil is that dragon. But there's really a part immediately after this cutscene that pretty much explains everything. Like, at least it's really well done. It looks nice, and the story's actually pretty good. It's just way too long. Too much text. Just sitting here like mashing the button as fast as I can, hoping the text will speed up, but it won't. Just to spite me. It doesn't really help that my PS2 is making an annoying buzzing noise trying to load the disc. It's probably not good. Should get it checked out. The thing is, I don't play it very often. I don't have many games on it. I'm more of a Nintendo fan than a Sony fan. So it's weird that I'm even playing this game as my first Let's Play. I think my next one, I'll probably do one of my more favorite games, probably on N64 or GameCube. What comes with me not playing the PS2 very often is I'm also really bad at the controls. And throughout the game, I will be misclicking buttons a lot. So it's going to be probably painful to watch me fail miserably at this game. Okay, so now we're leaving the like the backstory, and now we're getting to more like what's happening in the game during the present. And it looks a lot nicer now. You get to see like the actual graphics of the game instead of just that black and white stuff. I wish we could play as this guy. This guy looks a lot cooler than like the wolf. Like, I'm not gonna hate on the wolf, but you can't really do much. Also, he just pulled a magic sword out of the ground that was used to defeat that dragon, and he just drops it there, and then instead of like defending himself with a magic sword. Did my sound just cut out? Oh, maybe it's supposed to do that. That was weird. So basically that guy single-handedly unleashed a mighty demon that's about to destroy the world. Actually, now that I think about it, I've played this game before. I haven't beaten it, but we learn who that guy is later in the game, and I take back what I said about wanting to play as him, because I'm not going to spoil it, but I don't like him. But we are going to figure out who that guy was. If that's not too big of a spoiler. I'm sorry if it is. Okay, so now we're getting into like the actual game. So what right now I'm like mashing the X button to make all these to make all those paws appear. And I guess I'll explain it more when I get to the part where you use the dragon fangs, dragon claws. I don't know what they are. But if you manage to press the X button enough times, like a tooth or claw appears on the screen, and you get that, and you can use those to buy special items later on in the game. Okay, and this is like the first real character that we meet throughout this game. She's gonna help us throughout the beginning of the game mostly. I don't remember her appearing that much later on, but she's kind of tutorial. She just tells us that we need to save the world. And I guess she does make us not a statue anymore, so she's useful. She's like the embodiment of the tree, like the tree of life. I'm not sure if we've seen it yet, but it's like in the background there. And so that tree's kind of dying because evil's infected the earth. So that's why she says she doesn't have much time left on the earth. So not only does that thing bring us back to life, that's also going to be our weapon throughout most of the beginning of the game until we get a new one. And this is who we're going to play throughout as most of the game. So I guess he's pretty cool. He's a magic wolf with like a flaming shield on his back. I really like Amaterasu. How do you pronounce it? Amaterasu. I'm probably still going to say Amaterasu because that's what I think it says. But basically, you don't talk because you're a wolf, and so all of the expression is just through like facial and like how he acts. And I really like that. It reminds me of like the Wind Waker, how Link, he never talks, but you can definitely tell like what he's thinking. He has great facial expressions. Alright, so now we're going to meet probably my favorite character in the game, who's going to be with us through most of the time. I really, really like him. I think he's hilarious. I really like him, and right now he just kind of seems like a pervert, but he's definitely a lot better of a character. No, he doesn't like being called a bug, but he looks like a little green grasshopper jumping around. So this is Ison, who's going to be with us throughout most of the game. And at the beginning, you don't really get to see as much of his personality because it's tutorial stuff, but later throughout the game, he helps us out in a comical way. And as he said, yeah, he's an artist, so throughout the game, he talks about drawing, and he does draw stuff. Which is basically what the game's all about, drawing stuff. pulls out his little sword that you can't even really see, and he threatens with it. Yes, I think we're actually finally coming to an end with this cutscene. And maybe we'll actually get a play eventually. Okay, so Orochi has captured like the entire world in his darkness, and the only town that's left is this one town like right next to us. But they can't really do much right now because they're in this fruit. All their souls are like in this fruit. So right now we need to get this fruit down, but we can't because, as Ison's saying, it's awfully high up there. So when we get back, that'll be the first thing that we do, is try to figure out how to get this thing down. So now we finally get to put input into the game. So I'm actually gonna end this part right here because it's already like 16 minutes. So I will see you in the next part. Bye.